Zahn. Hello. Great job. Great series. Very impactful, very powerful. My first question is two of you. Great chemistry both of you have together. Can you share a little bit about first how you each prepare for your role?
So this is on, obviously. The preparation for the role is just a lot of research regarding that time period, and setting up a backstory basically for the character Yvon, doing all that work, writing it down, and also just when you're on the set is just listening to the other actor, bringing that that dynamic between the two actors is important, that camaraderie. And I was just lucky to work with such a wonderful actor, Aneurin, and we hit it off immediately, and obviously that's important.
Able to meet before?
Yeah, we met probably three weeks, maybe a month before we actually started shooting. Got to know each other a little bit. Did a lot of the the canoe practice and things like that, and got to know each other a little bit. And we just hit it off. He's just a wonderful human being. I think just learning something, and obviously it's a television show, and I'd want people to be hopefully entertained by it. It's pretty simple, I hopefully that they learn something of what it was like in that time period, and the different things that people had to go through. And I think Nat Geo did a wonderful job by doing all the research and bringing as much as they possibly can and authenticity to that story and that time period. And I think Nat Geo did a wonderful job doing that. But mostly, I hope people are entertained. After all, it is a fictional story based on some, obviously a real time period, but just to be entertained and enjoy themselves.
As an actor, you've done quite a bit. What did you learn about yourself doing this series? What did you come away with on a personal note as an actor?
On a personal note, I think just realizing how difficult different cultures had during that time period and the hardships they actually had to go through, and becoming aware of that, of actually living out there in the woods, and just the things they had to go through, basically, just coming away with an appreciation from that. There's Aneurin.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
How did you prepare for your role as well?
So for me, I just looked into the bit of the history of the Hudson Bay Company, all the several different names that it was underneath before this, like it was underneath the East Indian Trade Company and so many others before this, and so many people were in charge of the company and what it meant. It's just a really clever way for especially the English to go and just take as much as they possibly could from everyone all the different countries they went to, unfortunately. So a big part of it for me was just researching how that came about, and then also maybe the journey of where Hamish Goames would have trained. Like I've said before, that Hamish Goames predominantly was trained in the Orkney Islands because that's where the academy at the time for the Hudson Bay Company kind of soldiers per se were, and then they would automatically go into possibly the Imperial Navy, and underneath the English hierarchy, to then go and be officers, titled officers, military people without the title, because they would be illegal to be in predominantly somewhere like New France, for example. You couldn't have a lieutenant, an officer, or a sergeant from the English Army be there doing company work, unless it was just company work and not anything else, which was incredible to see the manipulation of tools that were in hand even in the 17th century at this point.
I just said it being entertained, basically, just being entertained from the show and hopefully learning something from that entertainment about that time period.
Yeah, I guess for me it's just like we rush so much to do things over the internet, the phone technology and all the rest of it. Just maybe like how living the simple life, it could be incredibly rewarding, that you could find out more about someone through actually being in front of them rather than through a screen. Take a few kind of steps back to find out about someone before you judge. I came away with an even bigger love of being in the wilderness and being with people in the wilderness, and actually just being left alone in the environment of Mother Nature with people, and actually how special it is to. There was one day when me and Zahn walked through all these woods and these bugs and all the rest of it, and we come out and it's this incredible fall of water through all these rocks, and the drone is going to be coming flying through, and that was it for me.
Wow. Well, all I can say, you guys had great chemistry, great show. I think we will come away with a lot. I loved how you guys worked together. Love to see you two again in something else at some point down the road. So congratulations, guys. I wish we had more time to chat, but job well done. And I think
you.
I learned a lot.
Thank you very much.